In this lesson, you'll be able to learn about variables, which are one of the most important and fundamental concepts in programming. They exist not only in Python, but pretty much in every programming language. Variables are used to temporarily store data in a computer's memory. Let me elaborate with an example. Let's type age equals 25. When Python interpreter executes this code, it allocates a specific number to age in its memory. Then it stores the number 25 in its memory, and finally it attaches this age number in that memory location. In other words, a variable is like a box where you store your stuff. Metaphorically, you have an imaginary box and you have number 25, and age is the label that we put on that box. Now we can use this label anywhere in our program to access the value that we have in that box. This is quite a simplified explanation to make you understand at this level. You must also note that there are certain rules for creating variables. A variable name must start with an alphabet or an underscore. Its name should not start with anything different than these two, such as numbers or symbols. Otherwise, it will give an error. It should not contain any spaces. And lastly, the alphabets used must be small. So if we want to create a variable whose name contains two words, then we'll separate these two using an underscore and type them all in lowercase, like this. So now let's print age on the console. Print. Now this time we are not going to add quotations, because if we put quotations here, we will see the text age on the console. So we will put it without quotations to access its value and type age. Now when we run the program, we see 25 on the console. So this is how we define variables, where we start with an identifier, which is the name of our variable, then an equal sign, and finally a value. Now more accurately, when this number 25 is about to be stored in the memory, first it will get converted to this binary for presentation. So this number 25 is in the decimal system, which has all the digits from 0 to 9. Computers do not understand all these digits. They only understand zeros and ones. So when we store the number 25 in the computer's memory, first it will get converted to its binary representation, which will be a bunch of zeros and ones. And then it will get stored in the computer's memory. Now moving on to the next level, on the second line, we can update the value of this age variable. So we can reset it to a new value like 35. And now when we run our program, we will see 35, because Python interpreter executes our code line by line from the top. So first we set the age to the number 25, and then we reset it to 35. And finally we print it on the console.